And here in Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwoolu has named solo London to Lagos traveler Pelumi Nubi a tourism ambassador. Governor Sanwo-Olu also gifted her a car, house, and a customized number plate. The governor described her journey as an inspirational one, in recognition of her incredible feat. The Lagos State will take over her entire bill for the trip. Pelumi Nubi is a brave travel content creator who made the bold decision to drive from London to Lagos.
It has been an absolute honor. As my dad mentioned, the welcome that I received yesterday truly melted my heart. I broke down in tears because I was not expecting such a homecoming. It felt really nice to know and be recognized for such an achievement. I want to continue to inspire the next generation. I've been talking to the youth minister already, just so that we can see how we can, empower the she-girl, what they're capable of doing, what they're able to move forward with as well. And that's what I'm really just kind of moving forward with right now.
I want to officially, label you a tourism ambassador. I want to be able to, write off your entire bill for this trip, whatever. We want you to take time to actually check the sound and sight of Lagos. We want you to go on our train rides. We want you to go on our boat ride. We want you to really, truly, really discover your home, right? And be able to tell the world the Lagos story as you have seen.
And the much talked about Pelumi Nubi joins me on the news at 10. Good to have you join us, and congratulations on making history.
Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
So we have a lot of questions to ask you because, perhaps this is the first time for a lot of people to see someone travel by road from Lagos to London. So there are a lot of questions. But first, let me start by asking you, tell us in details, what were the things you encountered on the road?
What was the thing I was?
What were the things you encountered on the road? Were there safety concerns? Were you attacked? What was the journey like?
So the planning itself took over a year of doing so, and that was to mitigate any as little, issues on the road as possible. But I always say traveling really reflects life. It's so unpredictable, you have his high and his low. Especially the fact I was doing it solo, so I didn't have like a team of people, no driver, chef, medic with me. So just having to navigate all these spaces, new culture, new places, and really understanding and getting immersed in the culture. It had its high and low, honestly. I truly did enjoy the process. I grew as a person, and I was able to showcase Africa to the world.
And for everywhere you stopped, how were you received?
It really depends, Some places, they were very curious about why I was doing this, because I have a tag on my car. In other places, they were just like, the stereotypical role of a woman is in the house and has certain roles and not to do this kind of adventure. They were just very confused of what was my agenda in their country, And some people just kind of plain out said they couldn't do it, and they just kept cheering me on in the other places. So it was a very mix of emotions in terms of what exactly I was trying to achieve. But once I broke it down about my goals, my reason, most people did applaud me and they wished me well along my way.
So for a lot of Nigerians, they've never heard, or in fact, they are not aware that you can travel from Lagos to London by road. I'm sure a lot of people would have tried it by now, just to get out of the country. But talk to us, what is the travel route like? Where did you go through?
Sure. So it's not just Nigerians. I got mixed messages from people all over the world asking about my exact routes. I feel like I need to drop that gem as soon as possible. I did share as much as possible on my social media platform, Pelumi Nubi, on Instagram, for example. So in terms of the route I decided to choose, I wanted to stick to the west of Africa. So there are different routes you can go through. It's very quite interesting. People tend to go from north to all the way to south. I was exploring more of West Africa because I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. So it literally was me going through the UK, entering into France, then into Spain, then crossing to Morocco, then Mauritania, then Senegal, then into the Gambia, into the Guinea-Bissau, then Guinea, then Sierra Leone, then Liberia, then crossing into Ivory Coast, then Togo, Benin, and Lagos, Nigeria as my final destination. So it was 16 countries altogether, starting from the beginning to where I am right now.
As London to Lagos. I'm sure that the minute you drop that route, a lot of people will attempt it from Lagos to London. But let me also ask you, did you require...
Just make sure you have the right documentations.
Exactly what I was going to ask you. Did you require visa? What kind of documents did you require?
So I was very privileged in terms of being dual citizen. So I'm both a Nigerian citizen and a British citizen as well. So I was able to use my British passport from the UK all the way to the Gambia. And then from the Gambia, I switched to my ECOWAS passport that allows me access to West Africa. So there was definitely privilege whereby I didn't have to worry about visa per se. I had to make sure that my passport was valid for a minimum of 6 months. That's very important. And also carrying my car document, Lumi, behind me. Making sure that she's registered, she's in my name, I'm the owner of the car, and also the car insurance to show that, I have coverage in case of any emergency. So those were the few documents, or those were the major documents that I needed to kick off this adventure.
And what was the journey schedule like? Did you get time to rest? And what time did you travel? And what kind of food were you eating actually?
I love this question. So in terms of the schedule, I really wanted it to be very robust and flexible, because travel shouldn't be, timed to the T. You should give room for spontaneity as well. So for example, this road trip could have easily happened between 2 to 3 weeks, but I really wanted to immerse myself in the culture. So it took more than 2 months. So therefore I was able to try new food, immerse myself in different cultures, try different, learn new languages and all of that. So just really exploring and showcasing West Africa. Share videos, share experiences, tours I've been on, and just inspire other tourists to visit our beautiful continent. In terms of food, I am a foodie at heart. I really enjoy eating. So just try new cuisine. I would try it at any point, especially street food. I'm a big fan of that. Just really stuff that, are local and indigenous to those places I visit was always top of mind to try.
Pelumi, thank you so much for making this trip. It's not just about a trip, it's actually about exploring possibilities. So thank you so much for making this trip and for talking to us.
Absolutely.